Good afternoon, everyone. Oh my goodness, we are making dinner tonight. Actually, I think I've told y'all that my daughter is doing dinner for her neighbor, so that's what we're doing right now. And we are doing two. So Faith is making from the summer series. She is making the chocolate hazelnut churro dip. So if you have made this, please comment and let us know. And what I'm making is the Italian beef sliders. This is actually from the slow cooker series volume 1. So if you go to that, if you have this one, it has some amazing recipes in it. Hey Sandy, I am so glad you're on. So right now what I did, this is the easiest. So if your kiddos need to learn how to cook, I feel like every kid needs to learn how to cook. I mean, I feel like they just do. I feel like that's a hidden thing nowadays. This is the one to start with because this is just such an easy recipe. So what I did is I put this in with their pepperoncini peppers, which is these right here. And so you're just gonna kind of take these out. So this cooked all day, and I'm gonna kind of just put these in this little bag. This is where my peppers, and I'll tell you what I do to this recipe to make it a little more, something that I started adding because I think it's just amazing. This is super easy because all you do is you just put it on hoagie rolls, you put some cheese on it, and we actually think these are more like, what is it that we think these are more like, Faith, do you remember? Philly cheesesteaks. And so that's what we kind of call it in our house, but it's actually the Italian beef sliders. If you have had this recipe, it's from the slow cooker menu. Oh my goodness, y'all, it is amazing and it's so easy. So this is cooking with Faith and Shannon. My daughter Faith is helping. She's doing the dessert. I'm doing the meat. But I feel like I'm cheating by saying I'm doing the meat because I really didn't do any work. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of take those and put that there. That's where the peppers were. Okay, so all I'm doing right now is, hey, love, I am so glad you are on. I know you are probably on break right now, aren't you? Summer break. Okay, so all you do, whoops, there's one little there, sneaky, right there. You just take your roast out and you just cut it up, and this is so tender, y'all. I got this really, usually I use my meat cutter, but since I was doing it, I can't really do that. So you take the peppers out, you still have that juice, make sure you keep that juice in there. And then you just kind of put it right back in there. I'm just kind of doing it for the size of the sandwich will be. So you're just taking this is such an easy recipe. If you have kiddos that you need to teach them how to cook. How many, can I get a heart or like if your daughter or son has been able to leave the house and they know how to cook a meal? I feel like that is a hidden thing nowadays that people just don't learn. I didn't know that. My sister actually did a lot of the cooking because my mom worked. And whenever I left, I was just like, I don't even know how to cook. So I had to call my mom every day. And how do I make this recipe, This kind of saves it because you can just buy them the recipe box. You can be like, this whole time, Passionate Penny Pincher had all that. So, okay, so I'm just kind of putting this in here. Super easy. This is a really nice size roast, by the way. I found it on clearance. They're so expensive, but this was, affordable because it was on clearance. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of put that in there and put those in there. And meanwhile, Faith is making the churro dip from the summer series recipe. If you have made that churro dip, how many of y'all like that? I guess we're having two dip recipes, French dip and churro dip. Okay, we have not had that yet, so I'm kind of curious on how it's going to taste, but it kind of looks like a little bit like monkey bread, maybe, with hazelnut, kind of giving me that vibe. I'm going to look at comments in just a minute. I'm just going to kind of get this going. How many of y'all have made this? This is one of our family favorites. I mean, oh my goodness, this is such an easy, good recipe. And again, this is a nice size roast. And what we do... Oh man, this is so tender, y'all. Oh my goodness gracious. It's so tender. Sorry. I should have done this beforehand. That would have been really smart. But y'all, I don't plan everything in advance. I was kind of just showing Faith how to do stuff over on her side. We're going to go over to her in a minute. But this is from, again, the slow cooker series. You can buy two, and if you buy the summer series and the slow cooker, you would get free shipping. Highly recommend this recipe box because it's just a lot of good recipes in it. Okay, so that juice is in there and all that beef is in there. And then all I'm going to do is just take au jus mix. That's about the most work that I had to do in this recipe. And it wasn't even that much work. It's a lot easier whenever you're not doing Facebook Live too. Okay, so I have all of that in there. So if you can see that, I'll probably go through this a little later and see if I can get a little more pieces of meat in there that's not fat. Just this, what's so great about this, whenever you take it out, you can just get all that fat out of there. So you're not eating that fat. It kind of takes all the work to where you can just eat and enjoy. Yeah, that's all fat. Okay, so that is it. And then the au jus mix. And you just kind of put that in there. And that's it. And you just stir it up, which I'm just going to use the fork. Why not? Because I don't have to, you know, get the recipes. And what I do in this step, which is not on the recipe thing, you have to cook it for another hour. So you have to do this an hour in advance. Okay, so that's there. And what I do is whenever I add the au jus mix, I actually add peppers. And then they'll cook with that. And so that way, and you can add onions as well. The people who we make this for do not eat onions. They can't have onions. And so that's it. And then I'm just gonna cook that for an hour, and those peppers will be nice and soft by then. And then you can put provolone cheese on it. And I just turned it up a little just to make sure. This says cook for another 30 minutes. You can do that if you're not adding peppers. Since I'm adding peppers, I do it for another hour. Oh, Diane, you are amazing. Thank you so much for sprinkling. Okay, so Faith's over here. And what she is making is, let me see if that works. Oh, y'all, let's see if that works. Her house, her family, Amy. Okay, so this is from oh wait, we got this from the wrong one. I thought this was from the summer one, but this is from the Cinco de Mayo. I am so sorry, y'all. So this is from the Cinco de Mayo. This is from the recipe box of the holidays. So if you do the celebration series, that's what this is from. We thought it was from the summer, but it's actually from that one. So sorry, my bad. It's from that. So you can get so the first one is from the Italian beef. That is actually from the slow cooker series. And the other one is actually from the Cinco de Mayo, from the celebration, which is a really good recipe box, especially whenever you struggle with getting things for holidays. Okay, so what we're doing here is she's taking biscuits and we're putting this in the butter, and this is so easy, y'all. She's doing really awesome because she's making them in the balls. I don't do that. I just kind of throw them in there, and we just kind of throw them in the butter. And then you get them a little, let's see, get them all nice and juiced up in the butter. And this does not take long. Again, if you teach your kids how to cook, it's just such a blessing for them to be able to know these secrets while they're in your house. Okay, so I'm just kind of stirring this in. She was worried I was going to get her in here. She doesn't even know that. It doesn't even show me. So, okay, so we're kind of getting, I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't see it. Okay, so we're getting that butter all in there. See, it's getting all juicy. And again, this is from the celebration series. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought it was from the summer one. And, but it's not. So, and, okay, what you do is you just kind of make it easy. And you just throw it all in there. She's already done already that. So because we don't have a skillet that you can put in the oven, I just am using this monkey bread thing, and it's just going to kind of look more like monkey bread. And this is just a great recipe to have whenever you have holidays and stuff. And just even as a treat for your kiddos, if they have had a good day, you just make this for them, and it's just a nice, fun thing. And it has, who doesn't love Nutella? And if you have not seen that Costco ad this week, Nutella is actually on sale this week. So we're just going to kind of put this in here. And then we're going to bake it, so this also calls for cayenne peppers. We're going to skip that because it's optional. We don't really like spicy. And here we go. So Faith, are you watching? She has done a great job preparing and doing all this. I kind of take over sometimes. Do any of y'all do that? I know it's terrible sometimes. Sorry, Faith. It's just easier for me to do this because the camera. Usually I would let her suffer through it, but I'm sure she's not upset at all. Can you talk?
Yeah.
We just got back from our mission trip, y'all. We're kind of like still kind of getting back into mode of being in the U.S. Okay, so I don't know what we do with that. Biscuit pieces should touch, and the hazelnut spread. So all we're gonna do now is we're gonna put the hazelnut spread around it, and this is gonna be a nice, rich recipe. So we have hazelnut spread that we're gonna put on there. This again is from the Celebration menu box. If you haven't had that, it's a great menu box, so go ahead and grab that. If you get that and you get the slow cooker series, which is where the Italian beef, it is going to be free shipping if you buy both of those. And this is it's just a great gifting. So if you want to just go ahead, since you're going to use the whole thing, just go ahead and use this and just kind of, you can just kind of plop it around there. It'll melt. So we're going to, what you could do with this is you could kind of put it in something and, put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds. You can do that too. And then that way you can just spread it out. It's whatever you want to do, which is easiest. We'll save that. So she's just going to kind of put this around. This is the chocolate hazelnut churro dip. I think we're doing this right. Stir into the chocolate, spoon the entire jar of chocolate hazelnut spread into the center of the biscuits. Bake until the biscuits are golden, which we're going to do for 25 minutes. And that is it. So that's a super easy. So look, do you see how easy this is? Your kids can do this. Super easy recipe. Both recipes are super easy. And then we're just gonna bake it. So it's that easy. So I'm gonna kind of look at look at the comments and see if there's any comments. Let's see here. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, sorry y'all. Okay. Hey Tammy from Virginia. Yeah, Sue, yes, I'm back. We're back. We're sleep deprived, but we're back. We had a red eye. It was insane. We flew all night Sunday night to Monday. Got in and then we have been nonstop since. So as you can see, there's Faith. Say hi, Faith.
Hi.
Whoops, wrong way. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so, yes, she is helping. She's a great helper. Hey, Deliska, how are you doing? Yes, summer break. Yay. I know teachers. Yay. You add potatoes, carrots, and onions patty to that. That's a great idea too. And that's to the beef dip. The beef sliders, and that's kind of like more of a pot roast too, and you could definitely do that. That's what I love about these recipes. They're just great starters. You can add things to it if you want, but this one is good on its own, but we just love adding onions and peppers and then cheese. So my kids can all cook, even my 12-year-old Lynette. That is so awesome. And again, that's what's so great about these boxes is all of the boxes have just such easy recipes that your kids can make it. Actually the summer series, this is the 5 ingredients. I got sick one day and Faith had to take over because I couldn't cook. And she was like, Mom, that was just the easiest. It was the barbecue crunchy onion. Those are so good. Aren't they, Faith?
Yes.
Yes. She did an awesome job too. And she was like, that was so easy. I was like, everything in that recipe box is easy. Lindsay, you said your co-op is doing a bachelor living class for this very reason. Oh my goodness, Lindsay, that's crazy. I mean, it's awesome that they're doing that, but yeah. It is so important. I'm definitely preparing my son to be able to cook for himself, Deliska. That's awesome. And he's is he like 10 or 11, right? So he can probably that's such a great thing to teach. Tammy, I've been using chuck roast and it was delicious. I'm making it again tomorrow, but with chicken. Ooh, that should be really good. My grandson is doing a kid stir and having fun learning. Oh, I love that, Jenny. That's awesome. Oh, I know, Lisa, we need to pull up our hair. I know. It's terrible. I actually washed my hair today, which is it only happens like twice a week. So, yes, this is my house. Oh yes, evening blessings, Diane. Looks delicious. It is absolutely delicious. Okay. So any other questions? I wasn't being rude, Lisa. I didn't even see what you were saying. You love, Carla, you love monkey bread. I know this is going to be really good. I bet it's going to be so sweet too. Okay, so is that good, Faith? You're good?
I think so.
Okay, so she has this, so that's what it's going to look like. You don't have to do it like monkey bread. If you have a skillet that can go in the oven, you can do that as well. But that is what it's going to look like. It's going to be amazing. Oh my goodness gracious. And then she's going to cook that for 25 minutes, and it's easy. So we have dessert, and we have the meal, and we're just going to make some fries with it and put some in the thing. So go ahead and put that in the oven, and we're good. So Faith, great job. She did an awesome job. So
Thank you.
yay. So, okay, y'all, again, I'm sorry, I was supposed to do one from the summer series, but I didn't. This one is from the Celebration. If you don't have the Celebration box, you need it. It's just really good. It has a lot of recipes that you can do. Just for like if you have get-togethers, brunch, what about those church functions? How many of y'all do potlucks at church? Can I get a heart or a like? And you never know what to make for those potlucks. That's what the celebration box is for. It is awesome. It is going to be great recipes for that. I know that that is such a hard thing because you never know, because some people make the same things over and over and you're like, I just want that. If you get this box, you'll definitely do it. So that's the celebration box. And then the Italian beef that I said earlier, that's from the slow cooker, volume 1. Make sure you get volume 1, not 2. Volume 2 is awesome as well. If you buy both of those, you get free shipping. So that's awesome. Go to the link. I'm going to put the link in the comments if I can. Let me see. I don't know if I can do that with my phone, y'all. This is so terrible. Because I'm doing it at night. Yeah, I can't do it. I'll do it whenever I hop off though. So, I will go ahead and put that. Vale said, great job, Faith. Okay, y'all, I hope you have an amazing day. Again, grab these boxes if you don't have them. They're awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.